that's right. You hear that? You see that shit? Look at
See,
it.
like, those are the power moves you should do when you are that rich. Not all of these awful things that P Diddy does. Just hire people to do nonsensical things for you. That is a wonderful power play.
That would be so, and you can tell that most people aren't evil in the way a lot of these elites are, because you'll be like, what would you do with $20 billion? And you ask a normal person and they'll be like, oh, I'm going to set up my entire family and get all them going. And then I'm going to buy my favorite sports team and I'm going to do this and that. Like I'm going to make it fun. Like, you have to be a real sinister motherfucker to be like, oh, with the 20 billion in profit, I'll use it to reinvest into Central Europe in order to destabilize those existing governments and in hope create a larger, less balkanized nation that, like, or whatever the fuck they're doing. Like, we just don't have the evil gene, the four of us. Like, we wouldn't know what to do with $100 billion. We would just
like,
have
give
fun
me
with it.
100 million. Fuck around and find out.
I mean, I would.
You give me 100 billion.
I would find an area that depended heavily on a vulnerable source of water, and I would try to consolidate the entire watershed and then sell their own water back to them. That's the play.
You're going to sell water
like,
back to Kenyans with $0.
Kenyans? No, like one in Utah or something.
You're going to sell water back to Mormons?
I made 100 kids
Mormons
blind today.
Being the anti-Mr. Beast is actually a very funny thing that someone should take up. Where you're like, I put 7 people in an artificially made prison, and the last one out has to stay. And it's like, okay, all right, this is pretty fucking funny.
That's a little dark. No, that seems to be the rich guy evil move, is like you end up owning all the water in a region and have the state buy their own water back from you for their people.
Oh yeah. That's why charity is such a the rich people use charity to fuck with developing countries. Like they use it to undermine and fuck with them. Some countries trying to create their own water supply, their own piping and whatnot, their own plumbing. Some fucking Westerner comes in and is like, oh, I'm going to actually pay a bunch of contractors that are from my country or an allied country to do this instead of you. And all you have to do is get out of the way, you fucking retard. And they're like, oh, okay, I guess I can. And then they just take advantage of them the way, like, that's basically been the China strategy for the past decade or two, is show up, say you will build roads, you will build infrastructure as long as they are beholden to you.
I definitely buy a town too. I want my own town. Like that. I watched that documentary called, I think, The King or Renfair. It was the Renfair one, and the guy who owned that huge Renfair in Texas.
That guy was sick.
He owned his own town. He had like this. He had such a massive piece of property. He had it incorporated or whatever you call it, and he was like the mayor, and and that gave him a lot of powers that a normal landowner just wouldn't have. He could pass like ordinances and such, and I think he could tax himself. Like he had a lot of power. I'd want that. I think you want to buy some. I see those like those areas of Detroit where it's like its whole factory is $1, like it's the Simpsons episode. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if you could just buy one of those awful rundown Detroit towns and just, with your money.
Yeah, but what would you do? What would you do out of there? Like, what would you create out of that?
I think if I was trying to be good, then I would do my best to get some sort of manufacturing there, to have a base to like for everyone to work in, like one big business that the whole community could thrive upon, like an auto manufactory or something like that, and then just build nice houses and design my own city like it's like Sim City. Like I could do my own little miniature version of Sim City. Like give them nice public transportation and monorail for sure.
Monorail.
I'd hire Conan O'Brien to sing the monorail song for me, and it would play when you're there. Monorail.
I mean, we would
instead of Sim City,
we would
make it more like The Sims. Put them in rooms with no doors. Let them.
They have to do whatever I say. I can watch them. Yeah, there'd be cameras in every house. I get to watch.
This is just bigger fish tank.
It's much lower rent. Like the rent's half the price, but the catch is I get to watch.
I mean, the thing about monorails like that, Kyle, is you have to be like monorails are important. It put Ogdenville, Brockway, and North Haverbrook on the map.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that.
You've heard that?
You can't remember from where. You definitely Googled those names. I watched that episode.
I only remembered Ogdenville, and I had to look up the other two because our monorail put Ogdenville on the map. Are you too good for it? This is more of a Shelbyville idea.
No, wait, come back.
We're better than Shelbyville. Bring it back. The whole audience is not getting it. Watch The Simpsons.
Monorails are cool. Why is a train so much better? I guess they don't ride on tires, can carry more weight, probably lower friction.
I would want a suspended one.
Do monorails ride on tires?
Yeah.
I thought a monorail was a train.
Isn't it suspended?
I thought it was a suspended
tires and it's sort of U-shaped sitting on top of the monorail, right? And there's tires on the side and on the top. Am I crazy?
You're probably right.
Yeah. I had to Google a picture of a fucking monorail. Okay.
Yeah, I've spent like 80 days in Disney World.
My monorail experience is from The Simpsons alone. So their depiction may have been off. Look at this modern monorail. It does look cool. I'd put a monorail in my city of Kyle's Detroit or whatever we're gonna call it. New Detroit. That's what I would call it. I would steal from RoboCop. I call it New Detroit.